This is a Gato Consulting production. Strategy for Action. Strategy Wrap Up. We started strategizing by defining the big picture. That should be the frame for all decision making and set the company's destiny. And then we reviewed the key strategic decisions that can really move the needle for your organization. The key strategic choices you made will likely become your most valuable opportunities, and they will merge into our new and improved short-term, long-term SWOT model. It's at this time that you have to focus on what's really important and select only the most valuable opportunities, trimming them down to perhaps a handful. And the main suggestions probably also need some reducing and reprioritizing. You now have a handful of high importance opportunities, and your suggestions should become a set of priority initiatives to accomplish and send you off to the action plan. These are all part of your strategy and your strategic statement. But just before you settle on these opportunities and conclude the strategy formulation, we have a couple of tasks to do. First, ask yourself three very important questions. Did you do an ROI analysis to each one of these initiatives? You must. With very few exceptions, something that does not have an ROI, and a significant one at that, should not be a priority. Do the analysis. Make sure none but the best projects make it to the final list. And by the way, if you do it in some detail, you will be in a much better position to do the action plan. Is it doable? Are there any internal constraints? We'll know some existing crucial resources, namely people, your best people, will be needed in more than one project. Can they realistically be made available? Only a handful of opportunities is probably feasible. Some companies go into too many projects just to find out later that they bit more than they could chew, even if they had the financial capacity. Let's not push it too far. You don't want to burn your best resources. And let's do a final check that there is a strategic fit, that these opportunities are consistent with the strategic framework created, especially that you are building or reinforcing a truly superior competitive advantage. Second task, circle back through all your main choices. Make sure they are consistent, meaningful, and can make a difference. Finally, write a list of the most important conditions or assumptions you did through this process. They could be obtaining a certain market share, the ability to charge a price premium, the speed of your own growth, the ability to reduce production costs, etc. You need to keep yourself and your strategy in check. Schedule yourself to review these conditions every 6 months to a year, or put them in a visible place. Make sure these conditions still hold. If they don't, you just got an early warning that you might have to review some of your strategy. It's time to summarize your strategy. And this is what I call the strategic statement. The big picture, competitive advantage being the key element, and the set of main opportunities and initiatives which you have uncovered and selected through the Strategy for Action framework. Congratulations. This is your strategy. And here is an example of the power of a great strategy. Satya Nadella became Microsoft's CEO in 2014 and immediately implemented a new strategy named Productivity and Platforms. Its first 3 years had a modest financial performance, but the market gave it some credit, and Microsoft's market cap gained 65%, growing from $350 to $540 billion. In 2017, he came up with a fine-tuned strategy called Enabling Digital Transformation. Let's see him presenting it at Microsoft Inspire 2017.
And I want to start where I always start, which is our mission. Our mission to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more, to collectively come together to address the needs of these four digital transformational outcomes, addressing the customer needs across these four outcomes by industry, by geography. So we will bring all of what we do across Microsoft into four solution areas. So the rest of my talk, rest of this conference, is for us to dig deep into this framework, understand the connective tissue of what it means to bring the solution together, what service lines, what IP, what capability you need in order to drive growth as we come together to address the customers.
Microsoft also did a lot of M&A, but in the next 5 years, ending in June 2022, the revenue increased 120%. EBITDA went up 2.6 times and reached $100 billion. And the market cap jumped 3.6 times to almost $2 trillion. That's trillion with a T. And it has broken 2.5 trillion a couple of times already in 2023. Wow. Satya Nadella, of course, was no newbie to strategy, but what a demonstration of the power of having a well-defined strategy, and obviously, tremendous execution. This concludes the strategy formulation part of Strategy for Action. On the next 3 videos, we will go through how to put it in action. Before we go, a reminder to go to the toolset page of our website. It has all the tools that support this video and will allow you to implement the framework. www.strategyforaction.com/toolset. This is a Gato Consulting production. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. There are plenty of new videos coming up.